Sanwanan, guys, welcome back to yet another video, and we are talking about the show Samukeleni, and this is episode 2. So, guys, episode 2 continues from the last episode where they just arrived at the resort. They're having their first dinner at the resort, and Uwutu Dineo, like, she's basically acting sour and acting moody towards everyone and being rude because she believes that they gossiped about her. So it continues there. We see Utandegile, getting up, walking out, and basically saying she can't stand the shouting that was going on between Utineo and O'Brien, or them raising their voices. And she was saying that it triggered something, or was triggering something in her to the childhood that she kind of grew up in. So, guys, here. Anyway, then the other two couples can see ukuthi Dineo and Umelogu are going through their stuff, so they must leave them alone. And then O'Brien asks Utandegile and Umusa, any plans for babies since you've been married? And I'm just like, Ganti guys, Jillian, was Brian hired by Samukeleni, the show, to become like one of the therapists or something? Because at this point, I'm like, the way Ukai is asking so many questions, I'm like, I. Ibanen Oni Puti, like, have some sort of, like, he's so forward. I'm just like, sir, are you here for yourself, you and your wife, or are you here for everyone else? Because literally he's like in everyone else's business. Like, why can't he just focus on him and his wife and enjoy the whole, the experience, instead of being in people's business? I personally even found it so rude, you guys, for the fact that Brian was asking Utandegile and Umuso on the table in front of Pamwabantu, asking them about their plans for babies. Now, guys, in 2024, I know for some people it comes from a good place, but guys, you never really know what people are going through. So when it comes to babies, guys, you don't ask people such questions unless maybe they are the ones who initiated the conversation, and then you then can continue. But I don't expect this coming from Brian. Remember, guys, Brian is trying for the third time. He's basically married for the third time. So I think if he's married for the first time, there's certain things he should know that are sensitive to ask about. And that's one thing. Babies, children, like, just wait till people talk about it, then asking about it. But that is me, and I'm saying that is me because it seems like Utandegile and Umusa did not take offense to Brian's question, because even the way they answered the question, they answered it respectfully. When I looked at their body language and their faces, they did not look offish. So I guess maybe because they know Brian, or maybe because they know Uboy Tumelo, or maybe because they've experienced this couple before, they know maybe he's not coming from a bad place. Angaz, you guys. But yeah, they weren't rude in their answers. But your Brian, you need to Ntates. Ay, gosh, Ntates. And then O'Brien goes on to ask, so what, yes, he goes on to ask, Umeloguhe, so do you have any family close by? Angithi, he left to Dineo because Dineo is asking, she's answering rudely. So I guess he decided to ask Umeloguhe the questions, or direct his questions to Umeloguhe or Smeloguhe. So Brian was asking, do you have any family that is close by? And Umeloguhe basically answers and says, yes, he's got 3 or 4 family sets of families that are close by. And he mentions the place. And then Dineo in her diary session says that she's shocked because she says this person who is her husband has never taken her to see his cousins or his uncles. And I'm just like, that's why I'm just like, I don't know this couple. Ukuthi kudlalwa ngathi, or what's really going on with these. Yes, I get to Guti, they've got their issues, but I'm just like, there's some things that are just like, I'm like, nah, guys, like, You guys are full of games too much. So she's saying, when he said that, she was saying in her diary session that she is shocked by that because she's basically saying that she has never been taken to the uncles or the cousins. And then in another scene, Umeloguhle in his diary session basically says that he doesn't know why Utine was acting surprised because she knows that he has family close by. So when they're sitting having breakfast, this is a different scene. Utineo when they're having the conversation, Usmelo Wuhe basically says, remember when I told you that I was going to my relatives or something like that, you did not want to go. And then she goes on to say, no, the reason why I did not want to go is because of finances. But when she's explaining it as a KZN, like KZN type of that they needed to go to KZN, a KZN type of traveling. But Umeluguhle, when he explained family that's close by, according to my knowledge, guys, I can't remember the places. Those places were outside of KZN. So I'm just like, what are we playing at here? Because I don't know, guys. I'm just like, I don't understand why there's so much confusion over something that is so simple. Like, I really don't get it. Like, this couple, like, maybe guys, if you got that, maybe explain it to me because I really didn't get it. Yeah, like, please explain it to me because I mean. And then anyway, Dineo decides that she is going to get up and leave the table and have an early night. I don't know, there looks to, or it looked like there was a conversation that was being had on the table, which we didn't get to see clearly, but Utine was basically like, listen, sorry to cut you guys short, like, good night, I'm leaving. Basically gets up and leaves with her sour attitude. And you know what? One thing about Boitumelo could not stand Utinewa. And I'm like, listen, I am team Boitumelo because listen, at this point, I cannot stand how rude Dineo is. Dineo is not a child, you guys. If that was a child you kind of you'd understand, or I'd understand the tantrums. But Dineo she's old, man. And then you're coming to act like that in front of other old women, like, who must run after you, who must nurse you. Like, if you want to act and throw those tantrums, throw them to your man, because your man is going to be the one who's going to beg you, not us. So if I truly was there, I was going to be uboy tumelo, guys. Denzo miega utineo. Because one thing about me, when a person shows me attitude, nya pumagu, and I will leave you like that till you decide that you want to come around. But why must we like be chasing after you? But utandegile ping, utandegile ping. In a sense, the way she is, she wanted to give Utineo a chance, but even the number of chances they kept giving Utineo was not coming. She was just not budging. And I'm just like, at this point, you guys need to leave her. Because I don't know if she knew that the ladies had gossiped about her, why did she, and she knew she was going to act like that, or she knows herself, Uti, she can't stand fake people, as she says. Why did she come to the trip? Why did she just not stay home? Because the fake people are going to be there. So how now you want to turn this whole experience sour for everyone? If you decided to come there, that means you should have made it up in your mind that I'm going to be cordial with these people, or I'm at least going to be fine with these people for the sake of the trip. But now coming, like, why are you there? Like, like Dineo really just like annoyed me. And if anything, guys, upon like my first review of the show, I mentioned that I did not watch the previous show. When I saw Utineo and Umelogu here for the first time, I was just like, you're the guy. I was just like, Umelogu is a crawler, you guys. Umelogu is probably sucking Dineo for her money. You know, he's probably milking Utineo for her money. That's what I thought, because I was just like, this guy, even the way he's like a guy of few words, I thought to myself, he's probably full of himself. But now I'm just like, no, there's no way. Now I'm just like, I feel like at this point, Dineo is the problem. I even said in the previous review, you guys, that at this point, I wouldn't even be surprised that the reason why Melo with his family has not accepted Utineo is because of that stinking attitude. Like, I don't know. Because I'm just like, there's no way. At this point, into episode 2, I am much more on Melogutle's side than Utinewa's side. Even though Melogutle, he's shady, you guys. Like, the stuff that he says, I feel like I'll get them. I'll get this. So anyway, he basically, so Tinewa gets up, she leaves, and Umelogutle decides to stay. And he goes on, guys, and apologizes. He apologizes for Utinewa's attitude because he's like, people have their problems, but it's still not okay for people to have their problems and bring it to the table or bring it in front of people who have nothing to do with their problems. So, please forgive you guys. And I thought that was such a mature thing to do because he said in his diary session that he does not have beef with anyone. And he said that he can't be supportive or be supporting her in wrong behavior. And I think that is so true, you guys. There is a certain level of supporting your partner and some things that are borderline disrespectful. And quite frankly, if a person's being disrespectful, why should we be a tag team and then it looks like we are both disrespectful? No, guys, that is not fair. So Utinewa was even saying like she felt betrayed and what. If personally that was my partner who would have done that, I would have stayed, guys. Because there's no way, it's one thing for me and my partner to have a disagreements between one another. I will cover that up. But there's no way my partner is going to go around disrespecting people and I'm going to tag along. Sasa, then no. So I quite frankly agree with Umelogutle staying behind. At least he apologized. That was a cordial thing to do. But yeah, he basically said he's not going to support her in her wrong behavior. And he shouldn't. Like, he shouldn't. And then anyway, Brian calls out Umelogutle to come and have a chat the next day or the next morning, something like that. And Brian said something which I thought is so true. Brian said, Umelogutle is the reserved one. He's the quiet one. And he ends up looking like he's the wrong one. And I'm like, I agree. Because Umelogutle is quiet and he doesn't talk much. And he has those eyes, those eyes that like look like wena usile. Like that's my first impression of him. I just thought that he's the wrong one before even hearing their story. And that's because maybe he's the reserved one. And I'm only getting to find out now in episode 2 that Vele Umelogutle is not the type of guy. Like, he doesn't talk much. He doesn't like live talking. But one thing, guys, that I've recognized about Umelogutle is that Umelogutle, though he's having problems in his marriage, he tries by all means not to talk about his problems to the gents. Even when O'Brien tried to take out information out of him, he tried by all means to answer in a way that was going to shield their marriage in a much more respectful manner. And Brian kept saying, Wuti, he feels like Umelogutle is not in touch with the reality of how serious the issue is or the issues are in his marriage. And I'm just like, I don't think that Umelogutle is not aware of the issues. I think he's very much aware, but I feel like in public he tries by all means to protect his relationship and not to say much. I truly appreciate that about him because at this point, the person with a stinking attitude like that, anyone else can find it as an opportunity to just, speak when you have the opportunity to just bash the person. But I think that's quite mature of him to do. But Umelogutle did say that his wife, Utinewa, is not recognized as a wife in his family because basically, in order for her to be recognized as a wife, Melatenwe Inyongo, so she needs to be introduced to the ancestors, which she has not. And according to the way Umelogutle is explaining it, it doesn't look like that's going to happen anytime soon. So I'm like, okay, fine. But my question really is, does Umelogutle himself, does he recognize this thing that's going on between him and Dineo? Does he recognize it as a marriage? Does he recognize it or recognize her as his wife? Because I'm like, it's one thing of him saying, my family doesn't recognize them, my family doesn't accept it. What about you? What about you? Because for me, it really seems like Umelo Guhle is comfortable with the setup, comfortable with the way things are, because it just literally feels like this guy is he can up and leave at any time. I mean, he's got nothing to lose. He's got nothing to lose. His family is still intact. His family is not fighting because, oh, they're fighting one another. I don't know about him, but it just looks like everything is so convenient for Umelo Guhle that if he decides to up and leave, angashiya phansi at any time. So, yeah, the guy, quite frankly, for myself, I think Umelo Guhle still views their relationship as umcholo. I honestly don't think he recognizes their relationship as a marriage. When the guys were out and they were asking him why doesn't he wear a ring, he was like, a ring is just a ring. I'm just like, then what's the point? Why did you guys get rings in the first place? Why go spend money on the rings if a ring is just a ring? And make up an excuse. That excuse that he made of he said something. What did he say about the rings are uncomfortable or it's itchy or I can't really remember what silly excuse he gave. But I'm just like, for me, I agree with Musa because Musa was basically saying that when a man who's married chooses not to wear his ring, I bugege you guys. And really, it doesn't. To me, it just seems like when you are out there, you still want to be recognized as someone who's out in the market. I don't know, but then again, these days, whether you wear a ring or not, if the girls want you, they want you guys. And then what else happened? Let's see. Oh, the ladies decide to go on a spot date, and when they go on a spot date, remember they invited Utineo. Utineo starts acting. Utineo, in fact, she's giving Diva vibes. But Diva vibes that are very disrespectful. When they got to the spa, the gown did not fit her. Listen, you guys, it's not their fault. It's not their fault. The kind did not fit her, and she wanted to make a big deal out of that. And Boitumelo was just like, come on, ngabe simshile. Like, but she was just acting off-ish throughout, you guys. And I'm just like, Utineo, no. Like, I'm just ready for her to pack her bags and leave. I don't know, maybe she's thinking she's creating drama, but I don't think she's trying to do that for views or to get people's attention because her facial expression, her body language, you can tell Uti Gambela, like this person is annoyed. Like, they're not even trying to act. And then when the ladies were basically done with their whole spa experience. They were sitting down, busy trying to conversate. And they try and ask Dineo a question like, how's 1 year in marriage? And she's just giving one word answers. I'm like, Miegele, guys, stop chasing after, leave her, you know? And then anyway, I guess they got, I don't know whether they got the message or they started to have a conversation between one another. Before I get to the conversation that they had between one another, between Uthandegile and Uboitumelo, which I think is a very important conversation. There's also another thing I want to mention that Musa actually mentioned when the guys went hiking or something like that. Musa actually said that when it comes to the miscarriage that him and his wife actually had, that no one knew about it except his father. And they know I knew about it, and yet the mother-in-law, which is now Uwe Dumelo's mother, sent a VN, a voice note saying, listen, I know that you guys lost the baby and you guys buried the child and you guys did not tell me. So they were surprised of how did she know, whereas no one told her. And Umusa's basically saying he doubts that his father told Dumelo's mother. He doubts that his father told Uthandegile's mother because Uthandegile's mother and Musa's father do not get along. So I also doubt it. But we are gonna see Utim Konokushaya Manzilana, guys, and I don't know, but I think Tandegile's mother, I don't know if she's possessive over her or what's going on, but I think this links well to what Uboitumelo said when Uboitumelo said that people don't understand that there's toxic parents out there. And you know what she's saying, I think is so true. People really don't believe, you guys, that there's toxic parents out there. And there really are toxic parents out there. Yes, guys, we want to respect our parents, we want to love them. But my question is, to what degree? To what degree? Maybe I would say the safest thing is to love a person from a distance, but it's a difficult situation because Uboitumelo has a daughter and a daughter staying with the mother, but it looks like the mother still wants to facilitate like their relationship, wants to facilitate the relationship between Uboitumelo and her daughter. And quite frankly, it looks like Uboitumelo is getting tired of it. But when I saw the trailer of the upcoming weeks and I heard how Uboitumelo's mother was speaking, I'm just like, there's no way a mother thinks it's fine to speak to her daughter like this. So that's going to be an interesting one to watch, you guys. But yeah, like we all have our breaking points, you guys. Yes, our parents went through their stuff, but like to what degree? And maybe I should pose that to you guys. Like, where do we draw the line when it comes to toxic parents, you guys? Parents who use us for whatever things, like where do we draw the line and where do we put the boundaries? Are you the type of person that believes in cutting parents off where you do not speak to your parents no more? Or do you believe in loving a person from a distance? Like, what are your thoughts around that? Because in the Black community, that is just one conversation we need to start having. Anyway, guys, that is the recap of episode 2. It was not as spicy as episode 1, but listen, it is laying the foundation for the upcoming episodes because it looks like the drama is about to build up. Tell me, what did you think about it, you guys? Please do make sure you like the video. Please do subscribe. It is absolutely for free of charge, and I'll see you guys on the next one.